Hey guys, my name is Dran, and I'm currently on my 5th cup of coffee using an energy drink as creamer. And the room has not stopped spinning for some reason, but look at all this manga I made!
I need water.
Welcome to the first manga vlog video. So this video is the start of hopefully many more videos where I'm working on my manga and yapping about it. I don't want to call it a vlog, but it's a vlog, okay? More laid back stuff than my other videos for sure. Definitely a video to put on while you're doing other stuff kind of video. I'm gonna be talking about my manga, stuff I'm doing with it, my mindset, my process, workflow, I don't know, vlog stuff, and whatever I feel like talking about really. So let's just jump right in it, okay? Chapter 5 was the last chapter to come out, and I'm currently working on Chapter 6. Let's talk a bit about Chapter 5 of Zombie Sword Girl. Chapter 5 was the fight that's been building up for about 2 chapters now, the fight being between Marie and Zombie Sword Girl, or otherwise known as just ZSG. It turned out to be 41 pages of hands being tossed. I used Pose Maniacs a lot for fight scenes, as well as 3D models on Clip Studio to position everything how I wanted it. But I won't lie, I'm much more used to drawing fight scenes that are hand-to-hand combat rather than a sword versus sharp nails, so it was a little tough for me, I won't lie. But otherwise, I think that chapter still has some of the best art in the series yet, especially of ZSG herself. I personally had a lot of fun ideas drawing this chapter, but I had to do a lot of revisions for it, and I will say I went a little overboard, bad habit, but nonetheless it was fun, and I'm now excited to draw more fights, especially with Kiko. This fight, I won't lie, Kiko was just watching, but he will be more active later, I can promise you that. This fight, I really wanted to be for ZSG to show her stuff, show how much she's actually capable of, and hint at a bunch of stuff along the way with stitches. Is it perfect? No! And I'll get more into that later, but moving forward, Chapter 6 is coming together very well. I got some help from a friend on the script so I didn't rip all my hairs out. Yay! I needed some help tying loose ends together, essentially. I'm not exactly a masterclass writer, you know. Speaking of which, it took a while to land on a good script for Chapter 6, which inevitably meant that Chapter 6 would take longer than expected, which is one of the reasons why I'm making this vlog video. I'm not a speed demon when it comes to drawing, and drinking more caffeine won't make me finish the chapter faster. I learned that the hard way. So I thought to not make the wait for this new chapter feel so long, I'll give you guys some sneak peeks on what I'm working on in my little manga studio, also known as my room. The pages you're looking at right now are in Chapter 6, and don't worry, they aren't spoiler heavy. I'm making sure the good stuff is saved for you guys. But anyway, after Chapter 5, I felt really good. I thought that this was the best chapter I've made yet, and while that's technically true, there's always room for improvement. And what I mean by that is, I got criticism which basically looks like this. Jokes aside, I'm definitely not complaining. Back then, when I was working on my really old-ass manga titled Executioners, I wished that people would have read it and told me criticisms during then, but nobody did because it simply didn't get any attention. Which is fine. That's just how that sort of thing goes when you're first starting out. So now that I actually have people feeling the need to tell me criticism is honestly awesome. And while it's never fun to hear, it's needed if you want to grow and improve. You can't just be in your bubble full of yes men. If you were one of the people that gave me feedback on this chapter, thank you so much. I appreciate you heavily, my friend. If you're wondering where to go to yap about my manga, I've got a Discord in the description below. Anyway, so after Chapter 5, I took some time to actually sit down and address these criticisms in this latest chapter here, as well as preparing for future arcs. There were criticisms about both the story and art, but mostly about the story, which I'll be real, I knew it wasn't perfect. When I had first started this series, it was with the intention that it was a practice manga. A practice manga is a manga that is made with the goal of improving your skills, and in my opinion, is great to basically level up in a lot of different areas at the same time. Which is why in a lot of my art, you can see that my style is slowly evolving, I'm getting better techniques, and all this other stuff. Even all the way back to that one shot I made called Penumbra. But to get back on track, in ZSG, a lot of the criticisms I got were a result of me not creating a strong enough first chapter. Foundation is everything, and I felt a lot of regret on that foundation. Back then, I genuinely thought nobody was going to read this, so I took a lot of liberties for areas that I struggled in writing. I didn't really know how to write this certain section, this, that, so I kind of leaned on the comedy aspect of the story to, you know, be like, alright, well, whatever, let's just move on with this, right? Which is why it ended up like that. I still did my absolute darndest, don't get me wrong, but of course, not my best work. I made that chapter nearly a year ago, and again, I'm an artist first, writer second, so my writing is trying to catch up to my art. Wow, that was a lot of words in my YouTuber accent. But despite everything, the cold honest truth is that making comics, webtoons, manga, or whatever is hard. It just is. I don't think people really realize how much time and energy it takes to make these things. Like, dog, I gotta be real with you guys, it's a lot. It's like the time I tried making music and I thought it was so hard then, but now that I'm doing this, I see music as being way easier. And for context, I was ass at music. So what do you think? It took me like 4 hours to make this.
Yeah, you made this?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, that's cool. It's just, yeah, this fucking sucks.
I don't think a whole team is required, like it's not that hard, but it is a delicate process where everything needs to connect, things need to be analyzed from different perspectives, and a lot of revisions need to be made. Well, especially like as I'm improving as a writer, I'm just realizing more and more just how much goes into these stories that we make. And it's like, bro, I haven't even had breakfast yet, let alone my coffee. Not only that, trying to fit this into the rest of your life, you know, alongside jobs, family, friends, relationships, it's just like, brother, where do I find the time? If it was my full-time job, I can do it. Like, it's not that bad. But like trying to juggle, you know, the rest of your life with this side hustle passion project that's not making you any money, it's a little crazy, I won't lie. But I enjoy doing it. I'm not complaining. I love what I do. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't love it. But of course, after a while, I do tend to get burnt out. And especially after chapter 5, I got burnt out. Yes, guys, I have to admit, I got burnt out. I feel like I had to take a week's worth of a break just to, you know, rebalance myself. Did working an office job make me feel more burnt out than I already was? Who's to say, am I right? But anyway, yeah, that's just life. It happens, and burnouts are okay. If you've been burnt out and needed to take a break as well, don't be too hard on yourself. Like, actually don't. If there's anything I've learned recently from getting burnt out, it's that we're all humans at the end of the day. We aren't robots. And to create something really special, I think we need to be in a good, healthy headspace for that. And for myself, I was being so harsh on myself for taking a break. I was thinking like, I'm already really slow, dude. This is like not good. And it was really affecting me mentally. Behind the scenes of these manga videos I do, I'm just a regular guy grocery shopping, doing what I need to do, and then drawing for a good bit every day. I'm not a machine, but you know, I do something at least every day. I also play games, watch anime, eat food, and of course drink gallons of coffee. The secret to manga, as they say. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay to get burnt out once in a while, but the important part is to get back up and keep moving forward. And speaking of which, if you like this little rainbow video vlog thing, then you know, a like and subscribe would be most appreciated. Gulp. Anyway, moving on from that, let's talk about more recent updates. The biggest one being I officially moved away from uploading my manga on Manga Creators Plus. I will not be posting on there anymore for a couple of reasons. First reason is when I had finished chapter 5, the site was broken. They did a little bit of a site update and I thought, oh cool, this means more features, better site stuff, blah blah blah, right? No, actually it was some other stuff I didn't care about at all. The actual site looks a little different. I hear that it doesn't have ads anymore apparently, which I mean, I didn't really care about that. I have an ad blocker right here. But them doing this meant that I couldn't upload chapter 5 of Zombie Sword Girl. And also, after the site was done with its little renovation, my account didn't work for like 2 weeks. I couldn't log in and do anything. So I literally had no choice but to post elsewhere. And reason number 2 is the site has a disgusting lack of moderation. There's straight up AI in the top 10 every month that takes the spot away from someone else that deserves to be in that top 10. As I'm recording this, there's an AI thing in the top 10 right there. And there's also just rampant view botting that's also been an ongoing issue. And overall, there's always been this feeling that there's zero care being put into the site because right now, it's just really not worth it. Like, I mean, the fact that every month that I've checked the site, there's consistently been 1 or 2 AI generated mangas on there with some speech bubbles slapped on top of it. Sometimes they don't even add that, by the way. They don't even edit anything. It's like, what's happening here? It'll get reported to hell and back as well. Everyone's clearly upset about it, but it'll still be on that top 10. Great. I could go on and on. There's more things I don't like about that site and how they operate it, but I don't want to get into all of that. Instead, I want to say where I'm uploading to now is even better. It's called Global Comics, and it's very reader-friendly. You can check out the link in the description and see for yourself, but I really like it. It's the main platform where you can find my work, read it, and do whatever else you want. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I got to say for this first video of DRANGA vlogs. Like and subscribe if you liked it, and see you later!